Here we are today in one of the most amazing master plan communities in all of Florida, and it's called Wellen Park. We're in one of my favorite communities within that, and this neighborhood is called Wysteria. Today we're going to be featuring one of my hottest new listings right behind me here. It's 12810 Brookgreen, and it's right here in the heart of Wellen Park. You're going to love the location. We're on a quiet cul-de-sac, so it's a perfect home for you. Now this is the Imagination 2 model. It's a 1,788 total square feet with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a really nice bonus room. Today I'm going to show you what makes this home so special and why I think that this home will make such a great home for you. And be sure to stick around until the end, where I'm going to break down what it'll cost you to get into this home, whether you're a first-time buyer, you're buying it as a second home for maybe you are going to be a snowbirder, or if you're an investor. So let's go check out this amazing listing. Come on with me. First thing, when you come to this home, you have this cute little front porch, a nice little entryway, a great place to sip that coffee in the mornings, relax in the evenings when the hot sun's behind the house. This will be a great little sanctuary for you to come to. Let's get on in here. So beautiful front door, 8 foot tall. One thing I really love about this home is you walk in and it immediately opens up. You have this gigantic living room, kitchen, dining room, and your eye goes right to the outside to that preserve. It's just a really warm, cozy place. The thing I really like about it in the morning, as you can tell, we have a wall of windows on this side of the house. It's just bringing in that light. This room is light, it's bright. You should have seen it just a little while ago. It was even brighter. So now coming into the kitchen, one of the things I love about this neighborhood, Neil Communities, they are a gas community. So you're gonna get that gas range, gas oven, all the things that really make, for those serious cooks, those people who consider themselves a bit of a chef, this is what you wanna see when you come into a home. Check out this island, easily 8 feet by even over 4 feet, almost 5 feet wide. Imagine your friends gathering around this table. You have living room, kitchen, the dining room. It just really is one open social space, so that when you're here, you're entertaining. People are really gonna love just being in this room. It just has such a great feeling. Let's circle back to the front of the house. They have a real nice sitting room with a nice window that I think you're gonna really enjoy. Some people use this as a den. Other people use it as an office. They kind of have it set up as a reading room and an office, but they have the nice engineered floor in here. So it gives it a little bit of character. And again, nice, light, bright, coming all the way through from the front of the house all the way to the back. Let's go over in the front, in this wing over here. This is where you're gonna find your 2 bedrooms and then that shared bathroom and also your laundry room. That walks right out into the garage. We'll go check that out later because I know that's a place that people really like to see. So bedroom number 3 here. This one's just very simple. They haven't set it up really. It's just an extra room, but it's perfect for those guests. Maybe the grandchildren coming to visit, maybe the daughters or children. So here's that full bathroom that your guests are gonna be using. This will be your common bathroom. And then we have bedroom number 2. This is the one that's kind of tucked back. It's a little more private. It's a little more quiet. I think your guests are really gonna love this. Let's swing through that laundry room, and I wanna go out into the garage because I know that's really important to people to be able to see what space you have out here. So they've got it set up as a garage, a little bit of a training center, storage in here, but it's more than you need for your car. Maybe get a golf cart in here, because this neighborhood, you got to remember, this neighborhood and all of Wellen Park is golf cart friendly. As long as it's street legal and you go by the street rules, you're a-okay with everybody, and it makes it actually kind of fun. You can take the golf cart all the way down to Wellen Park for dinner, take it right back. Maybe shoot over to Cool Today Park, catch a baseball game, jump on that golf cart, bring it right back. Seeing a lot of people get electric scooters, or there's always bikes. Grab that bike, ride all over town. Or do the old fashioned, go take a walk. There's miles and miles of endless sidewalks and trails in this neighborhood that you're sure to enjoy. Let's go back into the primary bedroom, an enormous room, absolutely enormous. You're gonna have your sunsets right out this window. So in the evening, that nice cool red light, or nice warm red light that is accompanied by the sunset, you're gonna enjoy it in this room. Coming around here into the primary, water closet, 2 separate vanities. so you don't have to worry about sharing with your spouse. No fighting in the morning when you're getting ready. And then a nice, comfortable walk-in shower. The closet for this is actually in here. It's a good size walk-in closet, so you have plenty of room for all of your, as you can tell, your summer apparel, because that's all you really need down here. Maybe the occasional pants for those cool days. So let's come back out into the main space, and just one more time, let's take a little moment to walk around this nice, functional, open space. They have a double door vanity or a pantry to assist you with storage in the kitchen, so it's something that you'll really take advantage of. And then this huge 8-foot by easily 7 feet wide sliding glass door out onto your patio. A nice little lanai here. You could screen this in so you could get rid of the bugs, but you know, this tells me they haven't done it and they spend a lot of time out here, so bugs really aren't an issue because they treat for all of that in the neighborhood. One of the best things about this neighborhood is all of the houses on this side of the street back to preserve. So look back there. There are homes in the distance, but that's easily 100, 200 yards away. So you're never really gonna see those people. You're not gonna hear them. It won't be an inconvenience to you. What you do get to enjoy is this nice, serene, peaceful, long view that you get because they have the additional space back here that makes it just seem that much bigger. Plenty of room for a pool if you decided. If you wanted to fence it in, I'm pretty sure with HOA approval you can do that here. But this house is just amazing, light, bright, everything you want in a Florida home, and I'm sure it's gonna be perfect for you. So if you're coming down to Florida and you're thinking about, is Wysteria and Wellen Park, are those neighborhoods and communities that I'm looking for? Then come on down to this one because it is an amazing deal. So this house is just a fantastic opportunity. I forgot to mention when you're looking out the back, you get a sneak peek at a little pond over there. So you kind of have a partial pond view and the amazing preserve behind you. Now let's go inside, let's sit down and let's talk about those numbers on how much it would cost you if you were a first-time buyer and you were gonna be putting no money down or 5%, or if this is a snowbird situation where you're coming down and you want to buy that second house. We're going to talk about what you'll need for your down payment and what your expected closing costs would be and what your carrying costs, how much it costs to live in this neighborhood, things like CDDs, HOA. We'll break all that down and give you exactly what you need to know and how much it's going to cost to get into this home. So one more time, let's enjoy just how peaceful this is. They've decorated it beautifully. One thing I wanted to mention, the homeowners made sure to mention to me, is all furniture is available for purchase. So if there are when you come to see this home and you see individual pieces that you want to purchase separate from the home, they're absolutely open to that. So you can really they've done a great job. So believe me, you're gonna love a lot of these things and you'll probably want to include them if you don't have your own furniture. So now let's take a moment. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about how much it's gonna cost, that down payment, what your closing costs are going to be, and the CDD and HOA fees, and what your taxes are also going to look like, so that you understand exactly what you're getting into if this home is the one for you. But before we break down all those costs, we want to head over to they have a really cool amenity center here. It's an open air, quaint amenity center with a beautiful pool. They have a hot tub. They have 2 pickleball courts. It's really proportionate to the neighborhood. Remember, there's only 96 homes here, and so that's not going to be, and many of those are only part-time homeowners. So that pool, every time I've seen it, it's been completely empty. Maybe a person here or there, but it's a really cool, perfect for the neighborhood. And to be quite honest, it's one of the better ones for the size. You know, you're really gonna appreciate it. We're gonna show it to you right now. So here we are at Club Wysteria. This place it's practically a private pool. Nobody's here right now. It is just before noon on a sunny, beautiful day in the end of January. It's a little bit cool, but it's a heated pool. It's perfect. Let's go check out Club Wysteria. Before I mentioned, there's this open air amenity center. It's very unique. You have these nice seating areas, some nice tables. So if you wanted to make this kind of a game room, meet your friends here, it's a great place. It's covered, it's cool in here. There's a nice cool breeze coming from front to back. So it's really, really nice. When you look over to your right when you first come in, men's and ladies' bathrooms with water fountains. So when you're at the pool, you just slip in here. There's actually a separate door. You can come right in and go directly to the pools. Over on this side, this is kind of the neighborhood post office. You come down here and this is where you're gonna come every single day to pick up your mail. There's all sorts of mailboxes. Which one's gonna be yours? Are you this one, that one? One of them's gonna be yours, and it's gonna be exciting when you find out and get that first mail. Let's walk out back. They have a nice covered area back here too. So if you want to pull a chair out, you could easily do that. Be plenty of room. Off to the left here, you have amazing pickleball. Pickleball is all the rage. If you haven't seen it up north, I'm sure you will soon, but down here in Florida, it's everywhere. This neighborhood has 2 pickleball courts. It's perfect. Again, nobody's ever here, so it's pretty much your private pool. So come on down, this is gonna be awesome. Let's swing around, we're gonna go in. Remember, all pools down here are private. Your neighborhood's gated, and even to get into your pool, you need this little fob. Pop it on here, it's gonna give me a little beep, and then you pull it open and you're in and out. So it's super private, you don't have to worry about those hoodlums coming and getting in your pool. Shower station as soon as you get here. They have 3 cabanas, a couple with chaise lounges, 1 with a table so that you know, depending on what your activities that day. Let's go over to this side of the pool. Lap lanes, sun shelf, pull a chair, pop it on the sun shelf and just relax there in 6 inches of water. It's a perfect way to spend the day. Lap lanes here. If you're one of those people that love swimming laps, you have it. Back and forth all morning long, peaceful as can be. By yourself. Chances are you will definitely be by yourself when you're here. So let's swing over here. You can see the pickleball courts are over here to my right, your left. And then they have this nice arbor that they've built that offers nice shaded, kind of partial shading for the days where you want to just be outside, but you need a little respite from the sun. They have 2 nice tables over here. The pool is surrounded by chaise lounges. You have, look at this. It's just a paradise here. I love this pool just because there's only 96 homes here. Again, keep that in mind. And when half of those people aren't here half the time, this pool is literally shared by roughly 46 homes. Some of those have pools, so they don't really even come down here. So here's a reason to come to the pool. You might not have one of these in your backyard, even if you do have a pool. There's this huge, at least 12-person bathing load, 10 people. So a 10-person hot tub that you can come in here. Whoo, that's warm. Ease those muscles from that long bike ride you just took down to Wellen Park. Caught a game, came back. You're ready to let those muscles loosen up before you go plunge into the pool and hit some laps. This amenity center has it all, folks. So now let's go back to the house. Check it out one more time, and we're gonna break down the numbers of exactly what it would cost to buy that home, what money you're gonna need for a down payment, what your closing cost expenses are gonna be, and what the HOA and what the CDD, and we dispel all of those, all the fears of people and their HOAs and the high price of them, what you're really getting at. In this neighborhood, you get your money's worth. And what CDDs are and what they really provide for you, and is it worth it? Believe me, it is, and we'll dispel all of that in the next section that we're gonna go into. So let's head over back to the house. All right, so let's break down how much it would cost if, depending on what category you're in, whether you're a first-time home buyer or this is gonna be a second home for you, and you're gonna be in a kind of a snowbird situation where you're only gonna spend a few months down here, or if you're an investor where you are looking at this strictly dollar to dollar and how can you maximize the rent on this place, because there definitely is an annual rent. There's a snowbird rent possibility down here. So really, it's perfect for everybody. So let's get into if you're a first-time home buyer. The house is $599,900. Let's use $600,000 as a simple number. So you're gonna need a 5% down payment. That means $30,000. So you've scrapped, you've saved, you're ready to buy that house. If you have that $30,000, you're good to go. Closing costs, they're gonna be about 3% of the total purchase price. So that's gonna break down to about $18,000. So to come to closing, you're gonna need that $30,000 down payment plus that $18,000 in closing costs. So in order to buy this home, you need right around $48,000. So we're gonna tell you about HOAs, the CDD, just so you know, it'll be the exact same in all 3 comparisons that you make. The HOA here is $505 a month, but you gotta keep in mind that pays for your lawn care, exterior maintenance on your yard. So that's mulching, that's weeding, that's mowing, trimming, edging, everything. That's a significant cost. That can cost in the high season over $200 a month. In the off season, in the dry season, the winter, when you only get your yard taken care of twice, that's like $120. So if you factor that in, let's just use $200 a month, or if you didn't live in this HOA, that you would be paying to maintain the exterior of your yard. So 505 minus that 200 doesn't seem that bad now. Now we're at about $305 as a cost per month. Another thing to factor in is you get in that HOA, you get internet and your cable. So that's about $100 a month that if you didn't have the HOA providing it and it wasn't built into that HOA, you'd be paying out of pocket. So now that HOA is only $205, in a sense. Plus you have a great community center with, where you can entertain people. You have a great pool, hot tub, pickleballs. When you put things in perspective, it's really not that much. The other thing that you're going to have to pay in here, because this is a master plan community, you will have to pay a CDD. Annually, that works out to about $1,500 a year. That's included in your taxes, but let's talk about that for a second. What that really does, whether you live in another part of the country or an area where they do CDDs like they do here in Florida, you're paying for the infrastructure upgrades in your taxes. What they do in Florida is they break it out as a separate itemized expense separate from your taxes. You have your property taxes, and then you have your infrastructure, that CDD fee, which is $1,500 a year, and that'll be on your taxes, built into your taxes. You'll pay it with your tax bill. It's not like it's some other separate fee. So it's not really that bad. So HOAs aren't a terrible thing when they come with great things like this, and CDDs aren't a terrible thing when you really you have to understand that you're prepaying for those upgrades to the infrastructure that this area is gonna need. So as this area grows, they have the money there to grow the infrastructure so that the growth is proportionate with the infrastructure, so that it makes sense and it doesn't get overcrowded, it doesn't get, kind of just not fun anymore if they're not keeping up. And that's what you'll see in other parts of the country, but not here in Florida, where they collect that CDD and they really reinvest it into the community and you get to truly enjoy it. All right, now that we've dispelled the CDD and the HOA, let's move on to that second category, and it's probably the biggest category, and that's second-time homeowners or second home buyers, where they are snowbirds. They want to buy that second home to pre-retirement, or they want to spend 6 months up there, 6 months down here. The way that I'll break down for the costs is, in that situation, a second home, you're gonna need to have 10% down payment. So that's gonna work out on a $600,000 home with a 10% down payment, that's $60,000. Then your closing costs, they're gonna be the same as they were before at right around 3%, so that's $18,000. So to close on this home, you're gonna need $78,000. Plus you still have the HOA fees at $505 a month and the annual CDD of $1,500 annually. So the next category we move into is investors. Investors are gonna need that 20% down, and which equals $120,000. 600,000, we'll do the math real quick. 600,000, 20% of that is 120,000. Their closing costs will also be right around $18,000. So an investor who was to buy this home is going to need to come in with $138,000 in order to be able to afford this home. So that breaks down the numbers. So whether you're a first-time home buyer, you're buying that second home and you're going to be joining us as a snowbird down here, or if you're an investor strictly looking at this as an investment that they're either going to do a long-term rental, sit on it, or grow some equity in it, and then flip it and sell it again. There's a perfect way for all of you to get down here and a way to finance it, and I hope that helped break it down for you. All right, folks, so there's a few things that I haven't discussed in this video, and they're probably really stinking important, and that is, do you like the beach? We're right around the corner from the beach. Whether it's Inglewood Beach, you're 15 minutes from that. Whether you want to shoot over to Manasota Key Beach, 15 minutes away. You love Venice Island? That's only 20, maybe 25 minutes up the street, depending on the traffic. There's Venice Beach there, there's Nokomis Beach there. Sarasota is only about 35 minutes from here, so if you want to get in and out of town Go to SRQ Airport. It's a small, super cool, quaint airport. You'll be in and out, rental cars right in the circle, perfect. But come on down, get eyes on this home. It's a really incredible home in the master plan community of Wellen Park, which is one of the fastest growing and most popular master plan communities in all of the country. Not just Florida, all of the country. So come on down here, visit this amazing home that we have here in Wysteria in the master plan community of Wellen Park. Believe me, you will not regret it. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. My name's Caleb from Sharktooth Realty, and I'm the owner along with my wife Matilde, and we are just super excited to have this home, and it's amazing. Just come on down, see it, enjoy a little Florida sun, because you know you're all due for it and you've earned it, you've worked so long. So come on down here, enjoy this home in Wysteria and Wellen Park. We'll talk to you all very soon.